So as always, the reading that I'm doing, this isn't my original spread. This is a spread that I got from Kate at dailytarotgirl.com. So she has her own YouTube channel as well, so I definitely recommend checking out her videos. So this week, our situation card is the Death card. So we have something coming to an end this week. And as always, when we're doing a reading that's for collective, like you actually have to use your own intuition as well. So think about in your own life, what is coming to an end? Why is it making that sound? That's so weird. Anyways, what do you feel like is coming to an end right now? Is it the end of a relationship? Is it the end of a career? Is it the end of where you're living? Is it the end of a creative pursuit that you've been going after? Is it the end of a friendship? Something that just feels like it's probably run its course at this time. Things that just need to just kind of be done with, or at least transition into something else so that you have room for something new to come in. And the challenge for us this week, what's going to get in the way of accepting this ending, is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is this very like romantic figure. And it's funny to me, if you've been with me like for as long as I've been doing these, we get a lot of court cards. And I don't know if it's just this deck, but I feel like every time I'm pulling from this deck, I mostly get court cards, like every single time. It's very strange. So this particular court card is a very like romantic figure, someone who's very idealistic, but also can be a little bit more, because they're not a queen or a king, they're a knight, so they're still on the younger end, not literally in terms of age, but in maturity. So this figure can be a little bit more emotionally unstable. So the way I'm kind of interpreting that with this fire and water energy is that we don't want to let our passions and our emotions cloud our judgment at this time, because maybe this ending is something that we've seen coming for a while now, or maybe it's something that it's not the Tower, so it's not something that's just coming out of nowhere. So I feel like even if you feel like, oh, that was kind of unexpected, I think if you dig deep, you'll see like the writing was a little bit on the wall. But we don't want to romanticize the situation and be all up in our feels about it and maybe try to change things or fix things to prevent the inevitable. That's not going to help us this week. So we need to kind of let go of the need to wax poetic about the situation or the person or whatever, and feeling like we need to do something in order to give it one last ditch effort, because it just seems like we need to reach a place of acceptance and let this thing go. So the best thing that we can do, our helper card, is actually the Queen of Pentacles, yet another court card, but this is earth and water energy. And when you put those two together, you're developing fertile ground. So whereas to me, water and fire, it's just going to kind of evaporate. It's just going to dry up over time. There's nothing really to work with there. After you just kind of release all that emotional energy, that's why it's not really helpful in this situation. Versus the Queen of Pentacles, this is very like grounded, nurturing energy. So it's really about what can you do this week to nourish yourself, to nurture yourself, to ground yourself during this ending. Because yeah, like even if this is something that you actually want and you're looking forward to, you're like, yay, like I wanted this thing to end. Change is kind of scary. Change doesn't feel good, even when it's something that, well, I'm not saying it never feels good, but like change can, even if it's something we're looking forward to, create some uncertainty and anxiety. So it's a really good idea this week to just stay on solid ground as much as you can, nourish yourself, nourish your body, go for walks or do some kind of exercise that you like, or even like do some kind of artwork or whatever. I don't know. Whatever nourishes you. You'll know what that thing is. So you want to use that at this time so that you can be thinking strategically ahead, because I feel like, and that not in like a swords way, but to me, earth energy is about like physical manifestation. That's why I feel like exercise is a good way to nourish yourself with this card, or eating like healthy foods or foods that are really nourishing, and just comfort foods, that's totally fine too. But also about like what seeds can you be planting at this time to move forward? What are some solid actions that you can take to move forward as you're walking away from whatever's ending? How can you nourish yourself so that you can move forward in the direction that you want to go to? So that's it for our reading this week, and I hope you found that helpful. Please come back next week and let me know if it was and how your week went. And I guess we'll jump back into ranked.